welcome to our channel. We're the GraceNotesStitchers. I'm Corinne.
And I'm Colleen.
And mother and daughter. If we look a little alike, that's because we are. Why was I holding up my mug? Because every, what do they call it, thumbnail? Or every little clip of YouTube puts on for our Flosstube, I have the dumbest look on my face. Like, don't even. So, I'm going to try not to make any dumb expressions because somehow it picks it all. Colleen, the worst that happens is she's looking down. She's pretty.
Okay, well anyway, Flosstube number 29. Today's Thursday, February 25th of 2021.
So, for the first time today, we are going to do
our Christmas projects.
Merry 25 or whatever they call it in the Flosstube world, because we're so bad at doing it that we started it May 25th of last year for Mania.
Yeah.
And we said this is going to be our Merry 25 piece, and we've done it
0 times.
I thought maybe once, but yeah, there's my memory too. Yep, we've done it 0 times, so today it is.
Yep.
All right, so anything new with us? I'm going to have a sip of my coffee.
Anything new?
New in life. You know how the Steel City Stitchers do the best new thing?
I don't watch them with you. Anyway, if anything new is in like what have we done recently?
Yes. You joined something recently?
I did.
Sunday night. Wow. I guess it's my news. We joined choir.
Oh, yeah.
At church, Alan, my son, and Colleen and I all joined our church choir. My husband will join when he doesn't have to work Sundays anymore. He's at church Sunday morning, Sunday night. He just works in the afternoon and can't make practice. But that is a short season of life that he'll be able to be in choir with us. So anyway, excited for that. Yeah. And I started playing my flute at church again. So that was fun. A little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, so they have, like, one girl plays
clarinet,
bass recorder, one girl plays clarinet, guy plays the guitar, and the pastor's wife plays violin.
And then we also have
some trumpets, both pastor and
a trombone.
He was playing the trumpet at the time, but yeah, both pastors.
Oh no, there's a kid who plays trombone.
He doesn't play in there.
Oh yeah, that's true, not with service. But anyway, so that's the newest thing happening with us outside of cross stitch. For cross stitchy things, you want to start with our whips? So I have something I'll tell you about, and it goes along with that dumb grin thing. But that's kind of personal, and I will leave it for after the whips. Okay. That way, if you don't want to hear my story, then you don't have to hang around for my story. Sorry, I'm moving things around.
Alright, so I can go with my whips first, but I'm not going to do it in the order I worked them on, since some are more progress than the others and stuff. Okay. So this is my fat cat with shells. I can show you the cover photo, but this one's really hard to work on. It's a tiny one, and I should be getting more progress on it more, but I've been focusing on other pieces. This is what it's going to look like.
Remember, that's a pattern.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oops.
Okay. I can show that one though.
She started her Merry 25 while I was driving today.
And I got like 10 stitches in. So this is Merry Christmas Doll by Stony Creek.
We do have the cover for this, we'll show you.
And I'm still upset that that's just Ada and this one's so pretty.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
So, who was I watching? And they said there is, or maybe it was just somebody messaging, and they said there's a stigma with Ada, that Ada is not as good as linen. And I'm going to answer that to whoever said that, and I don't remember if that was on somebody else's Flosstube channel or what. Can I have that back, please?
What did I do?
Your project and your pattern.
Oh,
so this is my answer to you, whoever asked this question, because I apologize. I don't remember if this was in a Facebook group. So this was printed, oh my goodness. Was it in the 90s? Or 2000 maybe? Is there even a copyright? Okay, so copyright, okay, 2013. So not as early as I thought. But anyway, Stony Creek's one of the older ones. Take a look at that gorgeous linen, and this is where Colleen's little particularness is showing through the fact that she's become a more experienced cross stitcher and has branched out into the other world. So there's modeling in that. It's different colors. It looks smoky and hazy and really pretty. The Ada is blue because it's what we had. She didn't like the fabric that her sister had.
It is the same.
Oh, it is the same fabric? Okay, so this was picked for a beginning stitcher. So I did pick Ada on purpose. I thought I got her a bigger piece.
She said, though, that's the thing. She said that I took some stitches out. So she was like, oh, and then I would have some part in it. And I'm like, it was going to be a new start for Mania, so I had to take all the stitches out.
But, I mean, this was our choice. We did buy this, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So this was your options. When you went to a store, you could buy Ada.
Yeah.
You could buy linen that was really soft and pretty and felt really nice. Well, now not technology, but times have changed. And there's hand dyers out there who make the linen and the Ada have the same pretty modeling. So the Ada is softened through the dyeing process. So Ada is not quite as harsh to work on. So it doesn't dry your hands out as much. It's not just plain blue or plain cream color. It's not only what you can buy at Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And that's what Ada used to be. Linen you could only buy at a specialty shop. So I think that's really where that stigma came from. Okay, this is just me talking, but I'm pretty sure that that's where the stigma came in, that the linen was better than Ada. It's not really, and I will be honest, we went to a cross stitch shop today, which we get to show you some things, and I was talking to the owner. She has macular degeneration in her eyes, and she said some of these smaller counts are hard for her eyes. And I was actually telling her I'm struggling in my one eye, which I need to put eye drops in. But anyway, she gave me a good idea. So she said that she's getting 20 count Ada for herself because she liked 40 count linen. Stitches will end up being the same size. Well, I have found the same. I like 32 count Jobelin Lugana linen. And I've been going to 18 count Ada because it's still pretty. I'm getting hand dyed and it's beautiful. And honestly, my project will be smaller because it's not 32 count is equal to 16 count. So by going 18 count, it's going to be even a smaller project. And since I'm working on massive things, this is exactly what I need. But 18 count is a whole lot easier to look at than 36 count. So, you know, yes, I've got a whole lot more years of experience. Colleen likes dark colors. I'm going to rarely stitch on dark colors. So there's my little rant. But kind of an explanation that for whoever that was, I hope that's helpful. I don't think that Ada is any lesser quality like we used to think that.
Right. Okay. And my next whip, by the way, is just on a plain Ada. But you know,
but you like this one.
The project, yeah, it's so...
It lends itself to this.
It's like oldish feeling, like it can bend, it's not stiff.
It's a different kind, yeah.
Okay.
So brand has something to do with it too.
Okay. This is Goose Girl. This is not called a whip go yet, but I'm trying to get this finished. I think we said this next week about the May 9th, that we're going to get it finished by then. But I've been working again at the bottom, but I started on this corner to get some green in there. So Colleen and I are going to have a Mother's Day stitch. And I should have talked to you about this before. Are we allowed to invite people to join us to do the Mother's Day start? Same one as us? Yeah. I mean, sure.
Or they could do any Jordan Privet.
Because they can show us their progress.
Yeah. So we are, for Mother's Day, we are doing Jordan Privet's Eiffel Quaker. We called it Paris Quaker.
We're so short of it.
Yeah. Funny. And I did put a photo up last week, but here I actually have it, if you can't see it. So we are doing this as a Mother's Day start. So if you have somebody special you want to start something like this with, you know, we would love to see your progress. Tell us if you have a Flosstube and we'll watch it. So she's going to do it on my favorite color fabric and stitch with her favorite color. I'm going to stitch it on her favorite color fabric and stitch with my favorite color.
Well, I guess that leads into it. Talking about favorite colors, I was going to do this. Oh, other than yesterday, chopped off like 5 inches of my hair.
Who chopped off 5 inches of your hair?
You did. So it's short. It's kind of like, you would still call this long hair, but to me it's like medium length hair. But this is my absolute favorite color. Like
Sapphire.
when I like blue, it's blue. So where did I find this blue? Was it the silks?
Maybe.
I think it was really close to this, but this is a gorgeous blue.
So I'm not stitching on that color. I'm doing a light blue.
Right.
And my favorite colors are pink and purple. We're doing pinks. Is that it for whips? All right, my whips. So I have some bragging to do. And if you're in the Frosted Pumpkin group, you've already seen this. But this is clue 4 is finished.
Really? Clue 4.
Clue 4 of my wreath from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This right here was a Santa face, and you all know how I feel about Santa if you watched my videos before. He's just not my favorite.
You've already taken him out of the chimney.
I already took him out of the chimney. Colleen actually designed me some smoke that might replace the little holes, because I still feel like I see a little bit of holes in there. So Colleen took graph paper, and she made that into a polar bear for me. And I absolutely am in love with it.
Once you backstitched the eyes, I was like, oh, it's so cute.
Yeah. And I put it in the Frosted Pumpkin group. And I just said, my finish. Like, that's all I wrote. And people underneath wrote, that polar bear is so cute. So they knew it was a polar bear. They said, I like the changes you made. I gave Colleen all the credit. One person said, do you think my cats can do it because I don't have children?
That was it. So yeah, where the scarf was. So that was just Santa's beard. So I went and put a scarf in there.
Yes.
And she used the colors from her bow, so it looks like it coordinates.
We made the face ecru because
so it almost blends in with her fabric,
but it doesn't exactly. So
right.
it's enough. But the lighter color was too light, I felt. I don't remember how far I was on my summer Quaker. This is where what I was working on last week. So I think I worked on it through the weekend. Thank you, honey. So summer Quaker is going to be put aside for a while. Until, I guess, another week. In another week, my next letter will be called. So, I have it rolled up underneath. Let me look. A, B, C, D is done. So next week, we should be doing E. And then I'll make sure I get another motif done. I'm not quite done with this. This one's huge. It's massive. It goes all the way down. Yes, you can call me whatever kind of name that you would like to call me. So the directions to Summer Quaker, in the Rosewood Manor book says about measuring in 2 inches from your fabric and measuring down 2 inches, like if you bought their kit. There's a measure in 2 inches, measure down 2 inches so that you start in the right place and you have a border.
And it was actually...
Oh no, 3 inches. They tell you to do 3 inches. I did. I mean, that is 3 inches. That's 3 inches. But I didn't measure my fabric first, which is what I normally do. I think I was just too excited to start this because I was so in love with these colors. I have about 5 inches over there. So when you look at this and see it's empty, that is unused. And yeah, it won't be used. So I have to the border and all the way through there is done. That is completed. There won't be anything else over there. That's just called my mistake of not centering my project. So again, you may call me whatever kind of name you would like to call me. We'll just go with silly. This is as far as I got. I gave...
you did show that, but did you work on it afterwards?
I did. For a couple... Yeah, I finished that day.
Did you took it back out? Because this was down here the entire time.
Okay, so you saw this. But I brought something to show you to go with it. That's probably why I left it in there. This was that Cinderella stitch along from the Cross Stitcher. So I showed this last week, but I had this and I never showed it to you. Flosstube Pollies. I shouldn't have put everything on the floor. I can't reach.
That is the fabric, right?
Yes, I wanted to show you the fabric. I got this from Charting Creations. It's Zweigert 20 count Ada Purple Passion. So if you really like that color, that's actually why I had this out for you all. So do I get to tell my exciting, not exciting story now?
Yeah, sure.
So some of you know that while I teach virtual lessons, I work on small things because, you know, it's below some of the students. It doesn't take a lot of brain thought.
Nonchalant.
I don't show it to my students, and maybe I feel a little guilty, but I wind floss. Like, you're sitting there listening to the same songs, you know. So anyway, I've been working on a little project, and it's from Mania. And again, May 9th is Mother's Day. So we both took, that's what her Goose Girl is, and that's what this project is. They were our May 9th starts, and Mother's Day is May 9th. So we had to finish, or have to finish our projects so that we don't want to anniversary our projects. We wanted to be able to start Jardin Privé together.
And that's a coincidence that Goose Girl was one I had like half done.
Yeah. So I have a finish. I'll show you my finish, then I'll tell you my little fun fact. I was so excited. I even remembered to initial this one. Like, I was so thrilled. I put it down. I was like, wait, my initials need to go on it. And she comes downstairs. I'm done teaching. I have a finish.
I was like, what does she want? And then, because I knew she was working on this during lessons.
So then what did you do?
I went, well, 2 days.
You can't let me have one without
2 days ago, I finished the AFO. So it is not an AFO, it is an FO.
Yeah, it's a finished off. She calls it almost finished.
Yeah, so I have to give this to my friend on Sunday, so I'm gonna lace it and actually finish it. Like I'll do it hopefully myself so I can take all credit of fully finishing it. So this is in the end what it'll look like, and you said that you kind of want to take it off.
Yeah, this I taped because this is back when I knew nothing. So I kind of want to untape it and lace it so that that pulls into the correct shape.
But here's some other ones. This one actually I found in this, when I found all these tuckings, it was started, so I went and finished this. And then I think the next one I did was the horse.
But you finished that before, right? That's not this week.
I know, yeah. These are all just done months and months ago. And then that one.
So this will get laced around. And then it gets covered with felt, which, you know, years ago, so it'll look like that. And then before you glue the felt onto the board, you put a string. So it's an ornament. And I cut all those out years and years and years ago.
Yep.
Any other finishes?
No.
All right. So we went to a CrossFit shop today. Very sad. The closest one to us is 45 minutes away. And she's closing. So she had everything in her shop 45% off. You can't beat that. And while we were there, she's talking to another lady who says she's a, what'd she call herself? She's a hardcore stitcher. So she wants to buy all of her DMC boxes. I'm not in contest for that. I didn't go, wait, I'll give you more because number one, I don't need them. And I mean, I like the way I store my floss. So definitely don't need more things sitting around. So anyway, she said, oh, you are? And she started asking her some questions. And then she said, what about Flosstube? Do you watch Flosstube? And Lee's like, what's Flosstube? And the owner started to tell her. And she's like, you know, you just search it on. And her mind went blank. And I peeked around the corner and I said, on YouTube? And she's like, yes, that's it. And she goes, do you watch Flosstube? And I'm like, I am a Flosstuber. So that was kind of cool. So she took down her name and she's going to check us out. But then we just started talking about Flosstube, and she watches the Kindred Stitcher, who we just watched too. I've been watching her for a little while, and the Mirabilia Whip Parade. She did 3 whip parades. She broke it all up because she has so many projects, which is amazing. But you know, she said, did you guys watch the Mirabilia one? And I said, yes. You know, we both love Mirabilia, Lavender and Lace. And she said she didn't even watch it because that's her least favorite. So it's kind of neat how she did separate those so that people could watch what they wanted. So pretty cool, you know, that we met somebody who watches something that we watch. So anyway, so we did spend a little money.
And I mean, it was when we were at the register, but we were talking about the Mirabilia because she was the one who actually searched my fabric. And we may have talked about that. Well, I don't know if I really even... I think we started Flosstube after I had it finished, so maybe I talked to her or not. But then she was like, oh yeah, how'd that go? And I'm like, I got it off to my grandparents and it's all framed and done. And then
showed her photo.
and then was talking about that was my very first project. Not exactly very first, but it was the first finish or the thing I put my heart into and everything. And then she was like, "What?" So
her first project was just something small, and she never finished it. So, do you still have it?
I have it.
She keeps talking about it. What is it?
It's and I think it'll be finished into like a plastic ornament. It's a tiny brown bear in a. I don't know if he's holding something, but he's dressed up as Santa.
I can't remember it at all.
He's cute.
Like for me, it is missing. My husband, he texted me he texted me today because, well, I texted him. I said, "You left me without windshield wiper fluid," because he uses all of it. And he texted me back and he said, "Don't you remember I asked you if you wanted me to fill it?" I'm like, "What?" So tomorrow's his day off. I asked him to fill it. He's like, "Yeah, I will, but you told me not to." I'm like, I have no memory of that whatsoever. Oh, this is what the advertisement is for the Frosted Pumpkin, by the way. That's your sneak peek. They don't tell you.
Oh.
Speaking of Frosted
So
Pumpkin.
should we, show those before we get to our purse.
So we actually are going to make another video.
Right.
But Colleen has made a little bit more money doing more shoveling.
Yeah.
Colleen's got the itch to spend some money. So, Frosted Pumpkin, I did the Animal Almanac. I absolutely loved it. I'm loving this wreath. And they announced it was Cozy, what's it called? Cozy Cafe.
Cozy Cafe.
Non-alcoholic beverages. And Colleen decided she's going to do her first stitch along.
She showed it. And I was just like, would you mind if I did it too? When we were told it was shipping, I was so excited for this to come. And then we couldn't, we sliced it open, but we hardly touched it. Like, it's not done anything, but still. I've been wanting this. Like, I don't know. But... Alright, here we go.
We're not going to open it fully because we're going to do an unboxing.
Okay.
So you can watch the unboxing if you really care about everything that's in it. You can flip it.
So both of our things came to, like, there's two things in here that's that she bought the entire kit, and you got the, did I get the Ada too? Because you got
we
the
both got Ada.
Yeah, so she liked the Ada. She was like, why do I need the linen? It was less.
They don't do quarter stitches.
Right. So, I mean.
It's still hand-dyed.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, Ada stitches up quicker, so, well, I mean, at least for me it does.
But they showed the sneak peek, and I was like, of a matcha cup, a cup of tea, and I was like, I like that. And then something about the 3D foam art. I think that was in the hot cocoa one. I don't think we saw that, but they talked about it. I'm like, cross stitching foam art, like that, and it's cutesy. Like, I've loved everything they do, so I want to do this one.
Yeah. Pretty exciting. So we're having another mother-daughter start. And talking about Ada. So I did join, and I should have gotten it from Fiberlicious. I signed up for them for Jocelyn. This is Rogue Stitchings. So Rogue Stitching is who did the Picture This Plus Fabric of the Month. Picture This Plus, because of the shortage of different materials, has decided this year they were not supplying a Fabric of the Month this year. So Rogue Stitching did not want to disappoint. So they have been sending different brands, linen, Ada, whatever you signed up for. So with them, I signed up for 18 count Ada, because I thought I'd like to get some hand-dyed Adas. So this is actually what started it, and I signed up in December. This is so pretty.
They did rainbow searching.
Yeah, they did. So this is Mad Hatter. That's the color by Ship's Manor. So each month, I'm actually going to get different brands, but I'm always going to get my 18 count Ada. So I think that's neat that they decided to keep up with it and actually be able to sample more. We were watching Teresa, and she was saying how Teresa, a little stitcher, and this was years ago, but she was not signing up for a Fabric of the Month because she wanted to try out several companies.
Right.
And she said, I want to try out different hand-dyed so that I can decide, who she likes the best and who she really wants to. So this way, I'm trying out several. And also, one of the months, or 2 of the months, is Picture This Plus. Last month was Mountain Air.
So can we talk about the other thing I think I ordered? It's not really, okay, well, So we're going to, like, I have spent some of my own money, but I did a favor for my dad. Got up early, like really early.
Stayed up all night the one night.
Oh yeah, I did. And then we went the next day. So I just like very tired all day.
But it was like 12:30 at night. We had the
yes.
girls, all 3 girls, stayed up.
Mhm.
We were watching TV together. We watched Smallville at night because I don't get done teaching till 9,
Mhm.
and then we eat dinner together. So I mean, this is like our family time, our girl time. So we'll watch Smallville together until like 11:30, 12. But if I teach the next morning or take my friends' daughters to the bus, by 11 o'clock, I'm getting them in bed, the younger ones.
Mm-hmm.
But this was a Thursday night. My husband was off on Friday, so we didn't have to get up to make his lunch. And it was 12:30 at night. And he looks at her and says, will you go with me in the morning? And we're like, because he wanted to leave at 6:30.
I was like, I like my weekends. It was like another weekend I was up for something else. So yeah, I was just like, no.
And what did he say? How can I bribe you?
I know. I'm like, there's nothing that can bribe me.
And I whispered to him.
I'm embarrassed.
I whispered to him, fabric. Tell you buy your fabric. And he turned. First he turned and looked at her and went, wait, will that work?
So I was like picking something. So I was off the couch and I was like on the ground putting something away. And I just hop on and go, that'll do. I was like, oh, I actually fell for that.
Because for her birthday, she was given lots of patterns.
Right.
And fabric is expensive.
Yes. So, and that's to talk about the dark colors. I found it's gorgeous. It's the hand dyed by Stephanie, or was it?
Yes, we're trying something new out, and I picked the dark one too.
Right, you got that for that.
That was my Valentine's.
So you'll see this whenever it ships. It's gonna be dark blue.
And mine will be dark
Purple.
Because it's going to be for my epic storybook fairy tale. So I was so thrilled, and we're both getting opalescent.
Right.
For the first time. And it was so cool because, don't ask, like, my brain just goes whatever you want to say. So I was on the Clouds Factory Facebook page. I do everything on Facebook. Most of you know that. So I'm on the Facebook page and I'm looking for other people's projects to show them because I found this really pale pink one and I thought it was really pretty. And he's like, yeah, but the dark colors really make a pop. And, you know, I'm spending that much money. I want it to be something that's going to be, like, impressive. I'm like, the dark color, it's impressive, but the light color is doable.
Right.
And then I was like, well, in 18 count, I might be okay with the dark color with my magnifier and lights. And, you know, I kind of settled myself on the dark color. And then, I don't know, I was like washing my face or something, and it hit me, Instagram. Like, duh, hashtag epic storybook fairy tale or whatever it's called. And I went, and you'll never guess what I saw. Exactly the same fabric I was ordering. The same royal purple, fabrics by Stephanie.
Wow.
And I went,
loved it.
That's the one I want. So I'm really happy with my choice. So that was really cool. So that's coming. That was my Valentine's gift. Her. He also got you, he got you threads too.
Color and cotton, I believe. And it's in blue. I don't know. Should I tell what fabric is, or what project it's for?
Sure.
I don't have the pattern with me. It's for Montstia Moore and
Long Dog Sampler.
I had seen another woman do it. I think it was Deborah B. She was doing it on pink, and it was a crew she was using. To me, it got lost. Like the bright pink, I was just like, So.
And in person, it's probably impressive because I'm looking at pink next to a crew. I think it's just.
I know.
On camera.
But like it's like white or something on the pattern, and it has a dark blue background, and I'm just like, I want to do that.
So she's doing a light blue with purple.
Right, it's iris. Purple. It's like iris or something. Oh, I loved it. So
and she'll do that as a thread, and then what's really cool about her fabric is it's got a little bit of darkish purple undertones.
Right. It's like
it's navy,
twilight something.
Anyway. All right, so I have an Etsy purchase. These were not expensive at all, or I wouldn't have bought these. So I think you guys know I'm going to try CXC. I'm going to try that on my Snow White stained glass. Okay, Snow White is already being done with DMC. So the next Princess is Cinderella. And there is a black border between the two, and then all the other princesses. I'm going to go ahead and try the second princess in the CXC. I guess Snow White would be over here, and then Cinderella would be there. But, you know, there is enough of a separation. And if there's definite color differences, that's actually not even going to matter because I'm using the CXC consistently throughout on Cinderella. And if it turns out okay, I think I'm going to do the rest of it in CXC because it's a whole lot cheaper. So the reason I got these is I found gorgeous purple CXC labels on Etsy. And I got free shipping. This came from Russia. I had the
package you gave to me.
Oh, I gave you it because of stamps. And you know, pretty pink. Rose gold, my favorite. My ring is rose gold. So is my necklace actually. They had the DMC in rose gold. So do I really need? I have all the DMC colors. I know, but any new ones I get, I'm gonna start labeling with this until I have a complete set in the rose gold, and then that'll be my master set. Okay.
Yeah, because when I got my grandmother's stash of her DMC, I'm taking, like, if I finish a color and it's on those cardboard ones, I'm throwing them out because when she labeled the numbers, or I don't know if you did it, it's on the side where you wrap it, so then, like, not the actual bobbin, but that, so it kind of hides the number, and I like it where usually the DMC tag, it has it up at the corner. I like putting it at. So, yeah, I am.
And you can always read her numbers.
Right.
My mother does a mix of cursive and print. And then they also had beads. Mill Hill. So it's a complete set. Here's seed beads, antique beads, petite beads, magnificas, small bugle, medium bugle, large bugle.
If I have leftovers,
pony beads.
What? I have.
Oh yeah. So now I'm like, ooh, I think I need to find a bead case. One thing always leads to another. So how did this get shipped? It was a nice little package. I had to sign for it.
That's right. Yeah.
She came, well, you know, with the whole social distancing thing. The mail lady brings it to the door. She actually does hand it to me. And then she just asked my name and she signed for me, I guess. But it was cute. There's this little card in there that said, "Be happy." So I thought that was cute. And it's like in a small sleeve.
I know, it's so cute.
So it was packaged really nice and tight and cardboard in the back so it wouldn't get bent. I thought they did a nice job. So that came from Russia. Although everything, yes, is in English. All I have left is
your
today.
There's just a little more discussion.
Oh, what would you like to discuss?
As then I noticed after, like, because I had said in the other one about my governor's palace, I was just, I can't wait to be done with this, which last time I showed it, I actually should show my work on that, and I don't know where it is. So I can grab that if you want to talk about something.
I'll tell them about my personal thing.
Okay.
My crazy faces that I make. Ever since I was a child, I would do funny things with my mouth. Whatever. Something like that. My parents never loved when I did that. But I found out that that's actually because my jaw is off. So you all had known, some of you knew that I was being looked at to have jaw surgery. So I had braces for almost 2 years, or little over 2 years. And as I'm watching some of my videos, I hope you guys don't mind, I could hear myself like slurping as I talked, or I talked funny. I think that's gone, but my jaw is still offline. So I know I look really funny when I'm talking, or when I don't know, even just a subtle face, I make funny faces because I am completely off center. Both jaws, they told me. But it cost $20,000. I never told you all that. So there is no jaw surgery in my future because insurance said they're not going to pay for it. But it's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm settled with it. I wear my retainers at night. I'll keep just like my girls, they're going to be wearing their retainers every night. They are.
The arm with her positioner, she has to, like, because the positioner, I never know if we talked about it. It's one piece, and then both of your teeth fit into it, so you cannot talk if that thing is in. So she kind of pulls it out and speaks over it.
It's hilarious.
But she's been wearing, because she has a gap, she's really not happy about it. She has
wears
been
it
leaving
all
it
the
during the
time.
day, so.
Yeah, she really only has to wear it at night. But,
Right.
But yeah, so my mouth will never be aligned, and that's just part of life. I'm not apologizing for it because there is nothing I can do to change it. It's the way my face grew. All right, Colleen wants to show you some progress.
So I'm actually glad I wrote that thing down because I would not have remembered this. And pretty much the last bit I worked on was more of the tree. I got more of the 3 colors in. But what I was saying is about, it was really stressful with the hours. And I hope this is not for other projects because this one I thought I liked. Like, I will work on it, but just I was very stressed about working on it. So when I moved to Goose Girl and it wasn't all the whip go and it wasn't called, I could just stitch. That's kind of, I found that, like,
It's more relaxing.
without being, like, I'm glad I'm not in groups because I would be stressed.
Yeah.
So once I moved to Goose Girl, it was like, whoo. Oh, wait, it had chest hair or something. So anyway, there's my other whip.
So I watched Steel City Stitchers, and if you guys are into anybody, you all, not just guys, I call girls guys, I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, if you all are interested in March Madness, watch their video. They have a specific video explaining March Madness. I printed off the brackets. I even lined up my projects, and the way they have it is new start or a whip. And they show you different ways, even different members of Steel City Stitchers are doing it different ways. And Colleen and I kind of adapted it to how we were going to do it. And just, we talked about it today, and it's just a little bit too much on our plate right now. So we are not going to do March Madness. But if you are, we'll love to watch your progress. Let us know below, down in the comments. I never say that, but let us know in the comments. We'd be happy to follow you. What progress you have. What else do you have written down?
I could show that. That's a little bit of information at the end. That's pretty unique or something. But we were talking about what's your favorite project that you have finished?
Yeah, we'd like to know your favorite project that you have finished.
Or what it sorry. What is your favorite current project that you like working on?
And your answers to those questions?
I think it was.
We were asked this in the comments, so we would like to know yours also.
Well, I said the one I finished was my Scent of Old Roses, the Mirabilia, and I mean it's changing. I really don't know, but I said Winter Quakers.
Which is funny because I said my favorite current is Summer Quakers.
And yours.
I apologize if you can hear our dogs barking.
And she was so cute, like right, because like her chair stitchy spot is right outside of the door of our basement.
We're downstairs.
And she lays there by herself, so cute. But she's the most annoying bark. And she goes to the door whenever she sees just a person, a car, whatever go by.
Another dog.
And our driveway's straight down, so she has to be looking all the way
out, especially because the snow is blocking the grass.
Right. So anyway, you said about your favorite finish.
My favorite current is Summer Quakers because I love working on that. My favorite finish is probably my lavender and lace. I mean, that's
Sweet
the most.
Dreams?
Yeah, that's my most impressive.
I mean, it's ginormous. Like they're mounted and everything.
Like when I came back from the framers, I was like, oh, "This is huge." I did not expect it to be so big. And I think when you just finish something like that, that is just, it's a big, I don't know, it's a big accomplishment.
No, both like you said, doggies are cute.
Yeah, sorry about the rattling. They're coming back to visit. And then, I mean, I like all my whips. So let's talk Mania for a second.
Okay.
So we decided to anniversary our projects. You heard us mention that a little bit. So if I didn't finish a project on a certain day, you know, like May 1st, I did not yet finish my stitch along for Year of Black Work.
And that, I think,
I
don't think that's even on Mania, so.
Whip Go?
I think it's a Whip Go, but it's not on Mania.
Oh, you didn't do it in Mania.
What?
You didn't start it in Mania. You started it before Mania.
I think, yes.
So, yeah. So I'm going to still do Mania. I bought some patterns today of new designers because that's what I did last year.
We were discussing that in the car on the way there. And that's what you said for Mania. You were doing designers.
New designers. New to me designers. And I was being really particular because if a piece didn't speak to me, I was not buying it. And yeah, last year I asked people some of their favorite designers and I told them what I like, my style, and who they thought I would like. And I did get some, and like for Haid, it wasn't really a new designer of Haid, it was just different artists. So I got some new artists from Haid. And I did start some like Long Dog, that was a first. So anyway, we'll get to it. Would you like to show your patterns first?
I don't know. Maybe you can go first.
I'll show my patterns first. I'm happy to show my patterns first. Mr. Simpson.
Ooh, got a shout out from Hannah.
Oh! Yeah. Let me talk about that in just a moment.
Okay.
Mr. Simpson, if you are watching, you need to turn this off or fast forward a whole 2 minutes. Because my husband does watch. And I found out he watches most of the video because he is making comments, like telling us.
Right.
And he was making comments about
Right.
what
So
she
if
says.
you see, his like a, because I've seen him comment, it's cool beans. It's a picture of Paris. So that's him. So when he says things or something, that's him.
Yeah, if there's a smart aleck comment, it comes from my husband.
Right.
All right. So I'll show it to you for a second here. Obviously, this is being made for him, which is why he has to turn this off. If at first you don't succeed, do what your wife said. I like Lizzie Kate, and when I saw this, I just couldn't help myself.
And it's a tiny project.
Yeah. I don't know how, it's not as tiny as you think.
Open it up. That's tiny.
It's 8 inches by 2 inches. So it's tiny this way, but it's going to be,
Okay.
yeah. So hopefully he fast forwarded through all of that. So
So I don't know if I found that one for you, but I may
Yes,
have
you
said,
did.
I did find, I said something about it.
this is Lila or Lila's studio. I've never heard of her. Stressed, blessed, and coffee obsessed. Like, holy crap, that is me.
Who more is that than her?
Like, those are all me. And it's got classic color works. Darn it.
I know.
Darn it. I think she had those.
I know. And that was,
I could have bought those today.
that was with mine.
I think I'm making a phone call. Oh, that's crazy. This was,
I think those are
no, weeks. There's DMC and weeks in here. Oh my gosh. This is a Plum Street sampler. Okay, do not like get mad at me. This is my first Plum Street sampler, okay? Sorry. It says summertide blessings. And if you all don't know, I'm a summer baby. That's why I'm doing Summer Quakers. The colors, I just absolutely loved it. I was born in summer, Lauren and my son. And summer has always been my favorite season. Now that I'm an adult and I don't live for the pool anymore. Not the outside in the summer. I like being inside in my air conditioning. But I don't know. I saw this and I loved it. And I'm like, of course I love it. It's summertime.
Right. So going back when, you know, these things pop up, not when it's announced or something, because I have to think on these things, but when you're saying what's new. Just in the touch speak, we were just looking back at old pictures and stuff. And well, this wasn't too old, but back in 2017, 2018, when we had season passes to Dorney, I was so tan, and I don't like when I look out of place in the family.
Everybody was tan though.
So-
Even Leanne.
Well, in that
Leanne
time
had
it
a
was,
color.
but one time I was tan. I was like, I don't like this, so I am fine with my skin tone. But I'm apparently still more tan than my sisters.
Yeah, you always were though.
Right.
I was my dad's chocolate baby growing up because I tanned so easily and I would be so dark. And my brother and my sisters would all burn. So they'd be red, I'd be brown. No joke.
So yeah, benefit is that
That's
we
brown.
do not burn easily. I have burned like
Yeah, our faces.
twice.
No, this is
On the back of my calves one year, and like
Your ear?
my neck.
Oh, yes. So Hannah, we saw Hannah this week.
Mhm.
It's so
I
cool.
watched it while she was in the shower because so we watched some Smallville, and then I fell asleep during the last episode. So
You fell asleep too.
I was like, I'm going to bed. And she was just like, Hannah came out with another one, or Flosstube, and I'm just like, I'm too tired. And then she was sleeping, but then all that, they were,
Oh, my
the
husband
men
and
of the
son
family, they were
loud.
talking. I fell asleep.
You were in bed.
Right. Yeah. So she watched it without me. So she was like, you want to watch it? And I'm like, wait, we watch it together. And I was like, you watched it without me. So anyway.
So anyway, Hannah, I wish I wish I could have recorded my husband's face for you. It was the most amazing thing. So I watched it while I finished up the polar bear, which, you know, you wanted me to finish.
Right.
So it was done when she came down this morning and could see it. But anyway, I was watching it and I knew it was at 16 minutes. I ran up to my husband and I'm like, "Hun, you gotta watch this." He goes, "What? You got a shout out?" I'm like, "Just wait." And she said, Hannah says, "And this is for Corinne's husband." And his face was like, "She's talking about me."
Yeah.
So Hannah, you have a new follower. And here is actually the real reason why. And I explained to him that you only have 6 or 7 whips.
Right.
Which is why we happen to see the same projects all the time. We're just seeing more progress.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Wait, what? You mean she's actually finishing things?" Yeah. Oh. So she's going to, and I said, you know, her projects are bigger and it's going to take her more time. And he's like, "Yes, but just imagine she's going to have all these big, beautiful finishes on her wall a whole lot sooner than you guys."
Ouch.
Right? So Hannah, he loves you now. And he's probably going to be mad when Mania starts.
She has a good amount of stash of her patterns, but she's only starting them.
Yeah,
although
Hannah's good.
She's not doing hers. Is she part of the new starts? Right. So that's also why it's minimal.
So Hannah, you're his new favorite. Do your patterns.
Okay. So, I'll show this one. So I saw this, like, the way her shop was, she has, like, this other room. She has, there's a different shop in there. Like, the building is shared or
Oh,
something.
yeah, it's a shared building with a party store.
So, when you were looking at fabrics, I just looked over, I was just like, I do like that pattern because I had picked it up and liked it. So this is a new designer for me. Should I take it out because they're a big glare. Oof. Hands-on designs. Right? Design. Okay. And I like tulips. Those don't have anything to do with my birth month or anything.
Oh, this is hands-on design too.
I know,
But
but
you're not starting on both, are you?
I don't know if it's the blue that sold me.
It is. And the pink.
I know, and it's like a chalk. It says chalk for the home. Okay, so yes, and then when she was looking at fabrics, which I'll show in this order, I guess.
Go ahead. You can.
I don't know if there's new glare, but it is Belfast linen 32 count. It's called Navy. So I went and I was like, "Hey, that works, so I'm gonna use it." And then she was counting up, I don't want to spoil, but when she was finding out prices for her, I was looking at her because she's like, "You can still look at patterns." I just kept looking at her and I'm like, "I like that one."
And you have no patriotic.
I have no patriotic. So, what's this called? Is it called Memorial Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, first patriotic one I'm gonna do.
And it's got flowers at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So when asked what kind of stitcher you are, that's something like she asked us, you know, what kind of stitcher, what do you like, what do you enjoy, what are you drawn to? And we're both like,
I know.
Because we do. I mean, if you guys have watched us long enough, we have a pretty broad spectrum and taste. I mean, I'm not all about samplers. I do like the Quaker, Summer Quakers by Rosewood Manor. But I'm not into every Quaker. I love the motifs. And somebody else told me that's actually what they don't like about it. And I'm like, oh, that's what I love. So it's everybody's taste. Colleen likes flowers, which we didn't say.
Right. I didn't realize that because I have a whole wreath of wildflowers, which is on a Christmas green fabric. So I do like the dark fabrics.
And the lady did tell her today, "Honey, stitch
So
on those
what,
dark
when you're
colors
young."
while you're young. Take advantage of your young eyes." So take advantage of your young eyes if you have them. You like animals?
I like animals because I have cats, I have dogs. I actually have horses. I got, because I have the black stallion, I have golden pegasus and silver unicorn.
And we're going to steal Hannah's words again.
Yes.
Pretty people. We both like pretty people. When she said that, I about fell out of my chair. I was like, oh, that perfectly describes it because I love Mirabilia ladies, some of the lavender inlays, and when they're really angular, I'm not into it. And what I'm attracted to in Heaven and Earth is the pretty people. And I never really gave it a thought, like, because in the Heaven and Earth, my husband is always like, "Ew, why do you like that? It's just a person." And he likes scenery. And again, that's different people's tastes. But I'm like, "It's so beautiful." And he's like, "But you don't know who that is."
we buy books and it's about a character and it just has a random person. And we don't know who it is, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what sells you on the book. But.
Yeah. So, pretty people.
Mm-hmm.
That perfectly sums it up. That's all your... No, you have one more hole. Go ahead and finish.
I mean, yeah, because you got all that. But, okay, so this is, I'm going to say a birthday gift. Yeah, I think, because I got 2 gift cards.
To Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby. And I used the coupon, because again, this, no dimensions kits. They're expensive. Okay, this. And I'd seen this online. I didn't know what it was called. I didn't know where it was from. I didn't know its dimensions. But it's Cherry Blossom Creek. And it's a kit. It's my first dimensions project.
And it's flowers. Trees.
Who doesn't like pink trees? Like,
you were not 5 years ago, child. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. When you can get a Q-Snap 40% off, and I have an actual real wish list of what size things I want. 8x8 is on it for Summer Buzz. So I got it. Okay, so you know we hear all about sulky petites. Who was it that I was watching that bought 3 boxes? Oh, she's up north in Canada. She lives all the way over... No, that's somebody else. I'm trying to think. Anyway, she said she got 3 yellows in 3 different boxes, but they're all the same mustard yellow.
oh.
But anyway, this didn't have any yellow, so I was really happy. And I don't know if it's meant for a certain project, but I thought, you know what? I've been looking at sulkies when they're 45% off. That said 45% off. You're going to try it out. It goes with hand-drawn designs.
That's why. That's
Yep.
I like that.
And again, what else do you guys all talk about? Substituting petite treasure braid for Krynic, because Krynic's a nightmare. And I do have some petite treasure braid, but I haven't used it yet. So I thought, ooh, I'll get the assorted ones, and I can try it out and see if I like it. So I don't really need to buy all the big ones, even though she did have them. I thought, oh, I'll try it out. This is because of Teresa. She's talking about her squeezers. So I got some squeezers. This is for when you are ending stitches on the front. So that you have like a little bit better
Surface cut.
Yeah. So that's new. I actually was looking online for those. So to be able to pick them up today, oh, sorry, pretty fabulous. So what did I do as far as this? If she still has some of these next month, I might be making an order. I just got to save up for them because I picked 10 Gentle Art and I picked 10 Weeks Dye Works. And that's what I did. I think they were $2.25 and then 45% off that. She didn't have the prices listed. So that's why I didn't get more. Because if I would have done math, I may have bought more. I don't know. So I'm pulling up all my samplers. Gentle Arts. I didn't get the Simply Shaker. I really don't know the difference. If you do, let me know. Because all that I see different is at the top it says Simply Shaker. I'm guessing it's the shading. I don't know. So I got all A's and B's, I think. Oh, and a C. And then I did get 1 Week's Dye Work that went with the husband thing. Because I looked at the list and I had my master list on X Stitch Plus, the app. So I knew what I had and what I don't have. So I had all but 3 colors and she had 1. So I'm still missing 2. And it was Weeks and Gentle Art. So Buckeye Scarlet, Butter Crunch, and Celery. Nice pretty colors. Ah! Adobe, Cast Iron Skillet, and Burnt Orange. I am such a klutz. My husband thinks it's hilarious when I do that. Amethyst, Adzuki, and Brown Bear. Adzuki. That means there's one more somewhere. Because that's only 9. Sit on the floor. This is Weeks Artichoke, Autumn Leaves. Okay, this is not in the list. This wasn't at the top of this thing. The lady has them in alphabetical order. And I forget her name. I did know it. Caroline. Taffeta. I'm sorry. Look at what I'm wearing. could I really not buy that taffeta? Like, seriously? Before I even spun the thing, I looked at Colleen and went, here's one. We'll start counting from here. Okay, this absinthe, I don't know how you say this. I'm like, I'm not a green person, but
wow. That's right. What she
isn't
said.
it? It's fantastic. Basil and aqua. These are some really cool colors. And you know, by going ABC order, yes, I'm going to have a whole bunch of the baby in the alphabet, but it's not all purples or all blues or all pinks. So, I mean, I thought that was a good way to go. Bayberry, banana pudding, Madison Rose. I get to use the rose in my because I told you so. Whatever it's actually called. My gift.
Do what your wife said.
Yeah. And then amethyst and adobe.
Oh yeah, we made this. I made this. It was like an Instapot meal. It was like a beef. It had to get shredded, but we had a class at church, so it got finished while we were gone. And I left out the adobe sauce.
Adobo.
With the pepper adobo. Yeah, so she was like, I was wondering why it wasn't as spicy as I thought it would be or something. I'm just like, I would have left it out even if we did have it. I hate spice.
I shredded it and we were making it into tacos. So I did all that while she was still at her class.
So anyone knows Taco Bell's mild sauce? I find that even spicy. I like the sauce, but even that has to hit spicy. So I just have a spice detector that's...
Whereas I eat the fire sauce.
I know. Which
is the medium. Black coral and native plum. So she had 2 dinky dyes, and her dinky dyes still were not cheap. So she only had 2 colors, thankfully, because I was like, they're gorgeous. What?
You would have taken them.
Oh yeah, I would have probably taken them all. At that price, I don't know if I should have.
Right.
But she only had 2 colors, and she only had 2 colors, and I didn't have either one of them, so I went ahead and bought them. All right. Ooh, fabric.
Yeah.
So she gave me a humongous deal on fabric. This is Lamb's Wool Ada. Oh, it does say the brand. It's I think it's Hardinger. I don't know if that's a brand or not, but anyway, I got a whole yard. I got a whole yard of all of this, actually. I'm just going to stack it on you for a second. And then she was quite shocked because I got this. It's Newcastle Cafe au lait linen, Newcastle linen. And it's 46 count. No, 40 count. You know, I'm trying new things. And these are all beiges, I get it. But I think these will look great on some of the new things that I just bought. Neutral's always good, right? So anything, I don't know. It just means I'll have to buy some special things for these. I don't know. I wasn't going to put it away, and then I did. And she's like, and I'm sorry, the higher the count, the more expensive it usually is. This is Zweigert 46 count Bergen linen. And it was cheaper. It was cheaper than the 40 count.
Which, it was kind of just like on a shelf kind of thing, but we were just walking past it and it said, fixed 56 count.
Feel that one? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I cannot wait to stitch on this.
Okay.
Oh wow.
56, that.
She had a 56 count, and I actually just joked and I looked at her and went, I don't even want to know the price of that. And she's like, probably not. But you know, if she goes to a cheaper discount, I might be giving her a phone call.
Right.
I don't know. She'll put it on Facebook.
So you want to share a thing, or I have one more thing?
You go ahead.
Okay. So this was just a point that I almost start planning, writing down what I want to talk about in the next Flosstube the same day that we just filmed. Because something's like, oh, I forgot to tell. So anyway, my sister pointed this out, and I remember this. The first one is your head and your forearm are like the same, like that. And I'm not going to bring my foot up, but it's the same. So it's kind of like, you know how big their foot is, if they have a bigger head or something. I don't know. And then your ear, your nose, what else? Your lip width and your forehead are all the same.
That I did not know. I knew about this. We learned that in math.
There you go. I don't have bum this week.
Okay. I still have a best new tool. Not best new tool. Favorite tool. I got lots of favorite tools. I don't use this as much as I used to because I'm now two-handed stitching. But this is a laying tool. And I found out holding that little purple thing up last week was not the best.
And it's a laying tool. She
It's
uses
not-
a laying tool, but that's a teeny tiny
Knitting needle.
knitting needle.
I broke my laying tool. The tip broke right off of it.
Oh.
And then I still used it and then I lost it. So did I pay $4?
Yeah.
I think
you, because it came in a packet too, and you gave, well, I have one. I think you bought a second one, and you gave it to Aunt.
I gave her the whole pack.
Oh, right, it was for her birthday or something. Right.
Mhm.
Oh, she got a whole pack.
Yeah, and then I lost mine, so I bought myself a new pack. So I think the pack is $6.25 at Hobby Lobby using my 40% off coupon.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 of them. My laying tool was probably $13, and now to replace it was like $20. So I'm like, this size, that's what I was going to tell you. It's a size 4, 3.5 millimeter knitting needle. Works perfectly as a laying tool.
Right.
So, and then one other question I'd like to answer, and I don't know if you've stuck through this whole time with us. Somebody asked, and I would still answer the question in case she misses this. She asked what size Omnic frames are the best frames.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets the same answer from everybody. And that answer is, it depends on you and your project. So I will be honest. I measure my project and then I buy the closest frame. You don't buy smaller, you go bigger. So I am, on my wish list is both the 60 centimeter and the 70 centimeter. The 60 centimeter is for a straight up and down height. The 70 centimeter is for the wide height. And they're both a classic size, a regular size, not super size or not mini. And that just gives me a tiny bit on the sides. But that's also got, I mean, I already have the fabric. So I know the measurements and I know 60 centimeter for the one and I know 70 centimeter will fit the other. My biggest one that has my super size, that is 110 centimeters. Now, as far as sidebars, that is, again, personal preference. So Colleen we got the 8-inch roller frames.
Right.
I'm not loving that. Like when I put her roller frame together, I went, are you kidding me?
Because those don't like roll out or stretch.
That's all the bigger it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I measured my size, my 15 centimeters is, I think, 6 inches. So I thought that I would like an 8-inch sidebar. Well, when I roll out that black, when you tighten up your Omnic, it goes out pretty big. So I'm going to say 10 inches would have probably been more of what my choice would have been if I would have been smart and really thought about it. But, you know, hindsight's always better than current sight. But anyway, so I go with 15 centimeters and 20 centimeters. I do like those. 30 centimeters is absolutely out of the question for me. I bought one and I'm going to try to resell it because it is so wide that I cannot reach the top of my project. Like my arm cannot fit up under the scroll rods. I was like actually hugging it when I was two-handed stitching. I'm like, this is crazy. And I took it apart and put on different.
Right.
So that's absolutely insane for me. I have small arms. I mean, I'm a short person. So again, it depends on my project as far as favorites.
Well, you say you're 5'1", but I'm under 5 foot by 2 inches. So
Mm.
who's small?
We both are.
Look, my hand size. Like
Yes.
my hand size are bigger.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
She's got bigger fingers than me. All right. You learned something new. Well, we hope you all have a very good week and happy stitching.
Bye.
Bye.